It's my water.
Hello, my name is Dave.
I'm Drew.
And we are here to do a video on Galavant.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, and welcome to our first ever TV thing.
Yeah.
Talk about thing. We're going to talk about one of our favorite TV shows ever.
This is the best.
Galavant is a show.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
Galavant is a show on ABC, and the way I describe it is kind of if Robin Hood Men in Tights made a baby with the Princess Bride and taught it to sing, and it's great.
Inconceivable.
Because it's sort of that weird, kind of funny, self-aware medieval humor.
It's so self-aware.
It's so self-aware.
It's so good.
And it's also a musical. It's a show that's a musical on network television. And
Has that ever happened before?
It has, but I don't know what they are. I know it's happened before. I just don't know.
Vaudeville.
And there's another show on I think TBS that's also a musical that I also don't know the name of, but it's happening. It's a thing now.
I'm so glad.
It's
something that I didn't know I needed until I saw it. I'm like, I need all of this.
And you know why I think this was possible? Because Disney bought ABC.
Disney's had ABC forever.
I know, but Disney has ABC, and I think that's why it's
even conceivably possible.
Yeah, why it's possible. Because it's crazy because the music is great.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good music and it's really silly comedy. But the reason it's such good music is because it's from the Oscar-winning composer of Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Tangled, just a bunch of
the 90s Disney, the Disney Renaissance, basically.
and Tangled.
Yeah,
but it's just all those really, really good musical Disney movies, and it's great because it spills over into this.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious because it's self-aware so much.
Yeah.
That even the lyrics of it knows this is a dumb idea.
Yeah.
But we're gonna own it.
There was a funny thing, and you haven't seen this episode yet, but
yeah, I haven't seen the new season yet because I'm like, it's back.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah, right after a song, the song I actually just showed you. They get back, and the song's like Galavant trying to set up King Richard with this girl that he knew from back in the day, and it's really funny because. King Richard's like, I saw what you were trying to do last night. You were trying to get us together, right? And he's like, yeah, I figured you might find that out since I sang it out loud. It's just silly little fourth wall breaky stuff like that.
Yes.
And it's so funny because there's the fourth wall breaking like that, but there's also the stuff where the writers write modern phrases and the characters are like, what does that mean? Or they're like, of course. But
some people get it and some people don't.
Yeah.
And it's really odd and hilarious.
It's really funny because in season 1 there's a part where
the last episode
where they're like, he shall arrive when the raven first crows and the sun first peeks over the castle at first light.
So 9 o'clock.
So 9 o'clock. Yeah, basically just 9 o'clock. And it's just silly funny stuff like that, and it's so silly and so fun, and really it would work just if it was just that was it. But it's actually got a pretty good story.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually got a nice, like, fairy tale story. And it makes fun of fairy tales, but also has a nice fairy tale of its own.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful mousse of lovely.
And let's not get the best cameo ever with Weird Al Yankovic being the leader of the Singing Monks.
Yeah.
You couldn't have gotten anyone else better for this.
It's so great.
Honestly, that is the reason why I first got into it. I'm like, Weird Al?
Yeah.
Like, visible? Cool, I'm gonna watch it.
And then Weird Al's, like, nowhere to be seen until, like, episode 4 of 5.
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's way in there, but
like when you start watching it, you're like, I'm into it.
This is good enough. Like, they start off boasting those guest stars. Like, there were a few. There were quite a few guest stars. There was Ricky Gervais and Weird Al and a few others. And, like, they start off boasting those guest stars. But they just do that to lure you in, and then they don't have the guest stars oversaturated. Like, they could just, like, give you the guest stars from the get-go and, like, have that be why you stay around.
Yeah.
But they wait a little bit to show you those guest stars.
And you, like, get invested in the show.
Because the show itself is fantastic.
Yes.
And this year with the new season, they didn't boast guest stars. They boasted their Oscar-winning composer. But I looked, like, they boasted that like it was a new thing. But I looked up, and he composed all the music. Like, all the music was his.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, now that I know about that, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I knew the music was great, but now I know why. And it's really, really good. It's just a really nice show that shouldn't exist, but it does.
but it happened. It happened somehow, and here we are.
And it still exists. And it's so funny because there are other people that think that it shouldn't exist. Like, I was telling you about this earlier. There was this site that's like says what shows are probably going to be on the chopping block for cancellation for next season, and Galavant was like towards the top of the list.
Probably the top.
It wasn't the top, but it was towards the top, and it was crazy because, like, I'm just like, I love Galavant. Why would they get rid of Galavant? And
because it was a risk.
it was a for sure risk, and I feel like those people didn't actually watch it.
Yeah,
but it's so crazy because it's something that, by the nature of what we know as entertainment today and what gets passed through and
entertainment tonight.
Yeah. By the nature of entertainment today and what gets passed through and what doesn't.
Yeah.
It shouldn't exist.
No.
But it's so good.
Honestly, I think the reason why it got through was because they had that composer, and he's like, I want to do something. And I want to do something crazy. And the Disney executives are like, well, what do you got? You got a movie for us? He's like, no.
I got a show. I feel like the writers of the show came up to them first, and they're like, "Hey, we got this idea," and they're like, "This is really good. We will give you our finest composer." He just shows up.
We shall give you him. And he's actually just Sebastian.
Yeah, he just shows up. That's great. He's a little crab. He's just like, what do you want? But yeah,
we've got a hot crustacean band for you.
But it's crazy because it's something that Disney could only make, but it's something that Disney could never make.
Yeah.
So they did it on ABC. Mm-hmm. Because ABC is known to have, like, a little bit more adult stuff. Mm-hmm. So they put it on ABC because Disney owns ABC, but
it isn't, like,
it doesn't have Disney's
tied
name
to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have Disney's name on it, so it doesn't by nature have to be a kid-friendly thing. Mm. And it's crazy how those things just tied together, and they hadn't been using that up until now. Like, except with, like, Once Upon a Time and stuff like that. They hadn't been using that power, but they finally did it.
See, the thing is, it is also, like, kid-friendly, because I watched this with my mom and my sister, and she's, like, she was 12 whenever this came out. So it is kid-friendly, because the jokes that Dee Dee didn't get, right over the head.
Yeah.
And me and my mom laugh our asses off, and then we have to explain it to Dee Dee.
And Disney excels at that.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Like,
every time.
any writers that Disney attracts
That was weird.
excel at that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the crazy thing about it. Like, it can be kid friendly, like you can watch it with your kids, but it's geared towards adults, like nothing Disney's ever done. And
Hunchback of Notre Dame was pretty adult heavy.
well, yeah, but
Let's have a story about a lustful judge who's not a priest. He's not a priest in this one, because that would be religiously stereotyping.
go watch my Spotlight review, everybody. But yeah, Galavant is a really good show, and it's on Sunday nights on ABC. And you guys all should go watch it.
Yeah, like, it's 3 weeks in now, so if you have, like, on-demand things, find it there.
Yeah,
if you don't have on-demand, use your free trial at Hulu.
Yeah, it's probably all out there for you to watch, and it's worth watching. It's
I haven't seen
funny.
Season 2 yet, because I was like, Season 2 happened?
Yeah.
Oh!
But I showed you that one song.
Yeah. And so I'm probably, like, going to watch it tomorrow after I get off work.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great show, and you guys should all watch it.
Maybe even tonight.
Maybe
if, like, it's on. Maybe even check ABC.com.
It probably is on there, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because I've got, like, The Flash and the Arrow to watch on respective TV shows.
Yeah. So yeah, go watch Galavant.
It's so good.
It really
is. And if you don't like it, that's fine with you, I guess. But you must have been a Warner Brothers kid. That's really all I can say.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to our channel, and share it on Facebook with all your friends, because we only have so many friends.
Yeah.
And they're kind of oversaturated with our nonsense so far. So
they are our saturation.
They are our saturation. That's a great sentence you just said. Yeah, go watch Galavant. If you didn't like this video, please tell us how we can improve it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy.
Tune in next time for well, no. Bleh, I was going to sing, but I didn't. I can't sing.